Hey everyone, thank you for being here and hanging out with me today. If you've been on TikTok over the last several months, you've noticed they've added TikTok Shop. Now, if you're like me, you did fall down the rabbit hole and see a few things that really caught your attention and you want to try them out. I love product testing and I found lots of little goodies over there that I want to share with you today. 8 items to be specific from the TikTok Shop. One thing I do want to note, just because I found them on the TikTok Shop does not mean that you have to order them from over there. Several of these items I did cross-reference back to just normal internet searches and found a lot of them or something very close equivalent on Amazon, which are all the links I will also be putting down below for you, as well as the links to each one of these items if I still can from the TikTok Shop. But if it sells out, it disappears over there. So some of these you may or may not be able to grab, but there is an Amazon link as well in the description down below. I have the 8 items broken down into 3 categories: random stuff around my house, kitchen stuff, and then what would be like clothing or beauty items. And I'm gonna start with the random because there are 2 of them. I do not have the box for the first one. It is a security lock for the doors in your home. And then I'm gonna show you mine on the wall in 1 second. These things are fantastic. I've had both on my home since April. So good. This is the lock right here on my front door. It does screw into the wall itself, into the frame, and then it is very secure. You just grab it, put it over, and it locks into place. And then no matter how hard you pull on this door or push from the outside, you're not getting through that lock. This one right here is on my door from my garage into my house. And this one, I do have to push on the door to get the lock to go. But then it locks into place, and I am pulling, and you can hear me pulling. It does not budge. Sorry, my dogs went nuts for a second. But then if you want to release it, you just pull it out and open it. And it's that simple. And I have them high enough so they're locks for my kids, so my kids can't open the doors and get out like your little ones. It's perfect. As soon as I saw the TikTok Shop on those locks, I had to try one. And as you can tell, I went back for a second one. And my in-laws have also bought one for their house. The second random item actually arrived today, which is why I'm filming now, and that is this canoodle game. Everybody has been going nuts. There's people over there that play this live for hours. It looks really cool. I'm a very puzzle-oriented person. You could just throw this in your bag or let your kids play with it in the restaurant to keep quiet if you're at the table. So I want to try this out, and we're gonna try it together. Over to the dining room table. When you open it up, and it also does have this part back here where you can build a 3D little puzzle. I don't really know about it. It has the book with all different puzzles. It has the different letters if you need to, and then all of the pieces. And inside the book, you can go in here, and there's different levels, like level 1, and it'll tell you what to do, expert. And what it says is you pick the certain pieces, you put them where it tells you to put them, and then you try and solve the puzzle and fill it in until all the pieces are in. Let's say this was the puzzle in the book. Your goal is to fill this in with the pieces you have remaining, which I did mix up a little bit from just taking them out. And then you just place them back in the board wherever you think they would fit. And obviously I already screwed that up. But you put them back in, and you keep going until you can get all of the pieces and fill it in. And one thing I saw one girl doing, because she had already done every puzzle in the book, was she would take one random piece, she would put it in there, close the lid, shake it up, and then wherever it lands, she would have to build around it like so and fill in the puzzle all the way around like this and keep going until she filled in every single spot. Now, I kind of like that idea, but sometimes when you're doing it this way, you can get screwed and not have all the pieces fit anymore, but it's still kind of fun to try. And like I said, I'm a puzzle person, so I will be playing with this more off camera, but I still have this piece right here that I could not fit back in, so I'm going to have to play with this in a little while, but I do want to move on to the next product, but I'm already very intrigued by this. Now I'm gonna move into kitchen. I have 2 kitchen items to share, and they are both fantastic. The first one that got me was a cheese grater. I've got all the pieces in the bag because I've been using this thing for months. It is just so great. I'm gonna show you how easy this is to use. All the pieces, this is the base, and the base does suction to your counter. I'll show you that. This is the piece where you're going to put the cheese and the grater part, and it does just slide. Oh, if I get it the right direction, it just slides like that right in there. This is the thing to push the cheese down. 3 different levels. If you want more slices, if you want a fatter grate or a very thin grate, you pick. I'm gonna go with this one. Pick whatever grate you're gonna use. In this plastic tube, just push it on in until it pops out the back piece. In your handle, it matches. So you just line it up, it clicks, whoop, and you're good to go once we suction it to the counter, of course. To suction it in, I literally just put it on the counter and turn it to where it says lock, and now it's on. To show you just how fast and easy this is a standard 8-ounce block of just cheddar cheese. Pull the little top part out and put the block in there like that, and then you're just going to turn. And as you turn, see it's already coming out the end? Just keep turning. If you want to, help it out a little bit, and then keep going. Once the block gets too low, use this little piece to save your hands. And go back and forth. If it gets stuck, just grab it out of there. The whole thing comes apart. Let's go. Push that out. Get all your cheese out, which it has never stuck that bad before. I don't know why it's that stuck. I've never had the cheese stick in there that bad before. I really don't know why it did that, but normally I don't have that issue. For cleaning up this part, back here, there's a little button. That pops off. Yes, it's noisy. You should be able to slide it off, but mine's still kind of new and has a little bit of grip. And then this, just release, and it pops up. And then for cleanup, you only have these pieces right here, and it does say that it's dishwasher safe. I don't ever trust that with plastic because plastic melts, but I mean, it does say it's dishwasher safe. The last kitchen one is this chopper right here. I did look for this exact one on Amazon. I cannot link that, but there are other close ones over there. I will link, and then I've tried. I have already tried this one a little bit, so this whole part is clean and has been used. It has in here the spot where you cut vegetables, and this top part to help push it through. And this right here will be for different like gratings and things like that. If you want to try that feature, this part comes out, and there are a bunch of different ones. This is a 22-piece set. It had a lid over the whole thing, so that's what that is. It has the little instruction in here with all of the pieces that it comes with. Came with a brush for cleaning it, came with a vegetable peeler, came with these little legs that go on the bottom if you want it to have a grip on the counter. A thing to section it off, so if you cut things in 2 different parts, you could put them in there and keep them separated. This part is for the mandolin feature on top. This right here, it will help so you don't cut your fingers. Honestly, I don't know what this feature is for. I'll have to figure that one out. Then all the little mandolin pieces are in here in their own container, as well as this is to help you clean out that little grate up here. That's what this is for. More chopping blades, and the whole reason I bought this set, I'll show you. And a basket for if you want to wash whatever you chop, you can rinse it in here as well. Look at this one right here. It does the long lines. What I've gotten here is your pretty standard chopper size, okay? But it's got the lines. It's got a gigantic just quad set. Look at that. Then it has this section, so even more little squares, rectangles, little tiny, like almost like French fries. But this one was the selling point for me. Look at the tiny little fine dice one. This was my selling point. I have some potatoes that are getting old, so I'm gonna use them and just basically home fry them when I'm all done playing. But I at least wanna show you what all the different grates do. So we're gonna go kind of biggest to smallest here. Do the quad, Pop that one on there. And we'll put half a potato. And that put it into these big cubes. These would be perfect for like pot roast. With this one with the 8 rectangles, another half a potato. Okay. Again, bigger chunks on this, but when you're using a chopper, you're obviously gonna get uneven pieces sometimes, but that's still a good one. This one I am most excited about. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like this one from over there and I'm gonna do that one through it. I'm gonna take one of the thinner ones from a different one, stick that through it. Take one of these little flat ones. I'm gonna pop that in there as well and see what happens. Okay, I love the tiny dice. That with onions or tomatoes for bruschetta, anything, that would be perfect. I made a huge mess on my counter, but I kept each one next to what it cut for me so you could just see it at the end, but I love them all and I could figure out a use for each one. The last 4 items I have for you all fit under the clothing and or beauty category. And the first one are these shirts. No, they were not sold in a 3-pack. I just bought 3 because they were such a good price. I think I paid somewhere between $4 and $5 a shirt. TikTok Shop does like to do a lot of coupons, and the majority of everything you're gonna see I got with a 30% off coupon on top of it, and it was already like a discounted price over there. So that's one reason why I got these. These were the first thing I ever ordered from TikTok Shop. It was free shipping, it was 30% off, and they are so soft and so comfortable. Like, here is the tag. There is the tag so you can see it. It's this little brand right here. I bought the medium in the black, and I was like, well, what if it runs small? What if the material's horrible? Like, it had tons and tons of great reviews, but I was ordering clothes online. And I was like, well, it's the middle of summer. What if I don't want to run around in black? I want a fun color. And I do really love like the cobalt blue, royal blue color. So I got another medium in that. And then I was like, oh, if it runs small. So I got a large. Don't size up. Telling you right now, do not size up. Because the large fits me like a dress. I'm gonna put them all on so you can see what they fit like, but don't size up. Remember when I say I have had these all summer. They've been washed, they've been dried. They are still perfect condition. They did not shrink, they did not fade. They really didn't pill too much. There is a little bit of it on it, but nothing too crazy. This is the medium. It has a lot of room in here. And when I back up, you can see just how long it goes. It goes up under my butt. And this is just the medium. They are long, they've got a little slit cut out on each side down here towards the bottom. Just really comforting, very flattering for all body types, and so light. That's why I love these all summer long. The blue color, so you can see that against my skin tone, my hair color. You can see it does fit the same, has plenty of room in here, just as long as the other one. The girl did do like a lot of little tucking things and put the whole thing in. She dressed it up, dressed it down. They were perfect for all of it. Just, I love these. To the one I said, don't size up. This is why. This is the large. It's got room for days. It goes all the way down, like almost to my knee on me. It looks so huge, almost like a tent. I use this as a bathing suit cover or a nightshirt because it's just too big and they don't shrink. So keep that in mind, don't size up. While I'm still changing in and out of clothes, I will do the next one, and it is bodysuits. Now, if you see this OQQ, you can buy these on Amazon. They have a bunch of different necklines. They have long sleeve, short sleeve. They do have a compression part. They're almost like shapewear, but they're not full-blown shapewear. However, these things suck you in all the right places. I do have a medium. That is what was recommended. I could probably have gone to a small, but I have a very long torso. I have a lot of trouble buying bodysuits, which is why I don't usually buy them. I did already try one of these on. I don't have an issue with these. They come in 3 packs and a bunch of various colors. Since it is like fall and winter time, I went with the white, the brown, and the black. I think I'll just get the most use out of those colors, but they did have vibrant colors. They had a pack that had pinks and stuff like this in it. So you don't have to do neutrals. I just went ahead for neutrals. And it does have the button crotch, so you can go pee a lot easier. Also, you don't need a bra with these either. Threw on the black one, and yes, it is a bodysuit. It is snug. They're meant to be, if you want them not so snug, size up. But if you want the, you know, the shapewear part, you have to size down a little bit. But they suck it all the way in there, and I can still pull on this, and there's room. But these are my Halara leggings that typically push in on me, and they are not pushing in at all. Like, I've got all the space in the world right now because of the bodysuit. I moved over to the white wall so you can really see. It's not thong. It does have a little bit of butt to it. It's not full coverage by any means, but it's not a thong bodysuit either. But it does like really suck you in. I could pull these all the way down to here before you hit the line, so they're not very high cut either. And they are really, really comfortable, and they do their job. Right around the midsection, they definitely do their job. I switched to the brown so that way you could see a little better, because black, you can't see nothing. But it pulls in. This is where I hold everything. I've had 5 kids. So I have the muffin top, and I've got a little bit of the pooch down here still. And it sucks every bit of that in. I put on a real pair of pants so that way you can actually see. I'm not sucking in, not doing nothing. These pants usually push in on that, and then I've got the bulge right there. I don't have that right now at all. It's just all in the bodysuit. These things are magic. And I do still have the white one. The white one is staying completely reserved for days that I am not with my kids, that I'm out and not gonna be mommy tissue or mommy napkin. That is when I will take my white one out, because even without my kids, I'm still a slob. I mess with everything. White is not a good color for me for that. So this will stay on reserve, but I am really loving the brown and the black one. I'm not changing my clothes again. I'm staying in the brown one. It's comfortable. I'll run around for the last 2 items like that. Now, this one is a hairbrush. It is called the Unbrush. If you've been around my channel, you know my youngest daughter, she's got curly hair. She like flops around the bed a lot at night. She gets crazy knots. I have tried so many of those detangling brushes, perfect for all this and that. The wet brush and this are the only 2 things that she will let me touch her head with. I have seen people over on TikTok that have used this one, and then they've bought an Amazon knockoff, or they've bought like a Temu knockoff or one of those other sources, and it is not the same at all. It is the Unbrush or bust. It's got no real back to it. It's fully airy. The little bristles they're not too hard, they're not too scratchy, and it literally goes through all of the hair like nothing. Wet hair, dry hair, it does not matter. It goes through every single bit of it. It doesn't cause my hair to frizz out. It doesn't pull my hair out. It is just amazing. Crazy hair from playing in school. The hair ties are half out, but she definitely has some knots in there. It goes through every single bit of it. So easy. She's not crying. She's not screaming at me to not do it. And she is one of those that screams and runs from the hairbrush. Not with this. The last item is more for fun, but it is still a beauty product. My daughter, my older daughter, Brianna, she was really curious. She wanted to try it, and I will show you here what it looks like on her versus me, because the day this arrived, we had to try it out real quick. And that is this pack of these different lip stains. There are 6 different colors in here, as well as one of their own lip glosses that's clear, and this cute little stick that helps you put it on so you don't make a mess and get it on your teeth. Brianna tried the palest pink color. It is called Lovely Pink. That's what you see on her. Yes, these look scary dark when they're on, but as soon as you peel it off, it is a much more pleasant color. And then I tried the next shade, which is Watermelon. That's the first one I tried. It was very scary, but I will tell you, once I peeled it off, it stayed on. We did them around like 3:30 when they arrived. It was 9:30, I was putting the kids to bed, and I still looked like I had my lips done and I was presentable to go. For now, when I'm doing it with you guys straight live, I am going to pick an entirely different color. So I'm going for this far shade of pink right over here. But they do have a smell. They all smell like what it calls. The watermelon ones smell like watermelon. This smells like I'm sniffing a rose. It is very, very dark. Like the color of that liquid in there, you can see that it's going to be pretty dark when I put this on my lips here in a second. Handy dandy mirror, because I'm not gonna try and look there. I'll get it all over my teeth. So I'm going to put it here where I could see it. And it does say to put it on thick, so I'm squeezing quite a bit out and putting it on. Scary. Don't touch your lips together. I mean, you can, but you're gonna stick to yourself. Right off my teeth. It says 10 to 20 minutes to let it dry. I'm cheating the process. Disney fan, stop the fan. When you move your lips around and it starts to feel like they can peel off, then you know that you're safe to start peeling. And it says to go from the outside to the inner side. I should be able to pull it off like that. I go and I kind of clean it up a little. Like, especially in your lip, that way it doesn't still get on your teeth. Like, my teeth are still slightly pink. I'm gonna wanna go brush my teeth. But that's the shade after the stain. And they're a little rainbow lip gloss. I just kind of like pink and glittery as it is. Yeah, it just has like the lightest little bit of glitter. But that's this color. When you're doing this, until you get the hang of it, because it is very messy, this is my third time doing it, and it was still super messy, and this whole thing is covered in pink from it being on my teeth, from in the lower, like the inside of your lip parts, touching your teeth. So just keep a wet rag on hand till you get used to the product. It does stain everywhere. I do have pink on 5 of my fingertips now, and I'm gonna go brush my teeth because I still see a little haze of it over on this side, but the product works great. And that entire set was like $11 compared to one lip color that's like $16 that actually stays on for longer, and you only get one color. But that is everything that I have from TikTok Shop for today's video. If you did enjoy this one and you want to see what else I pick up from there, let me know just down below, and I will start compiling the next round of stuff that I pick up, because I know with Christmas coming, I will 9 times out of 10 be getting several of my Christmas gifts from over there for the kids, because there's just tons of very interesting items. And if I could find them on Amazon that get to me faster or a different price or whatnot, I will do it that way too. I am not against it. I am not like, I'm ordering from TikTok Shop or I'm ordering from Amazon. I order from where I get the item from, the cheapest and the fastest. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and want more like it, thumbs up, subscribe if you are new and enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.